I don't know what's going on. I don't. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna tat. That's what we're gonna do. Do some tatting. I'm sorry I'm late. I was helping a friend do a thing. And then I was like, friend, do you still need me? Or can I go? That sounded like way worse than I meant it. I didn't mean it that, but I didn't mean it like that. But I needed to stream because I'm not going to stream. I didn't stream yesterday because I couldn't because of class. And I'm not going to stream tomorrow because of class. And that means this is my opportunity to stream because I'm not going to stream Friday or Saturday because right now that's not on my schedule. Because I don't want to individually make a schedule a single time. But I can't. I don't know what's going on. I can't. Hey, you! Stop it. Dog's doing like suspicious. She's doing suspicious. Alright, so. Anyway. What we're doing is we're making samples. And I'm going to make samples with this flower because I have the pattern memorized because I've done it a bunch. And yeah. So, it's story time. Today, last night, was awful. Alright? Okay, so here's what happened. Last night I had class, right? I had class. We all know I had class. That's why I wasn't here. Fine. I am taking a class with a bunch of other people, right? But like notably, there are two instructors, and one of them was out yesterday, and that was mine. So the whole class, oh, biscuits. The whole class, like both classes, met yesterday. And I don't know who was in, like, whose class. I just know that it was incredibly irritating to watch people struggle with what I feel like is a really simple concept. And I'm just like, what? Like, are you telling me that you don't understand what's going on? Like, how are you gonna do the work? Like, do this job? And this class, it's not hard. Now look, and this is not really in defense of these people, but like, the reality is I've been working in this industry for a really long time. Okay? I've never seen what this even was. Like, for real. Okay? I've never seen it. And I still did not need any help figuring out what was being said. And I don't know why anybody would. Like, obviously, it's possible it happened last night, but I don't understand why they were having trouble. Now, all that said, me and my little neurodivergent brain don't process things the same way other people do, so probably never gonna understand why that person was having such a problem. But it was irritating. It was irritating because instead of us having class and at like 8:30, we were there until 10, almost like 9 and some change, like really close to 10. And I had a headache and I wanted to go home and I had homework to do, and it was just a lot. I was really upset. I was so... And the thing with it is, look, I don't begrudge somebody needing help, but you know what could have happened? We could have moved on. And that person could have stayed behind, okay? Or like the person who was helping the teacher could have just sat with that person and like walked them through while the rest of us moved forward. Okay? Because I tell you what, they could have fucking caught up. We were supposed to be graphing something out on like a template that was like already made, and you just had to say at this data point, this is the other data point that you're putting on here. I'm really fucking this up, by the way. It's because I'm grumpy. That's why. I'm having trouble. Like, I was at class so fucking long. Like, Sofa King long. And it was, I don't know what's going on right now. Anyway, so I finally get home, and my computer, I don't know if that's obvious, is, and I are not, we're not on good terms. And I had a bunch to do last night, so I had to do the Patreon post, which I had already recorded and like could absolutely have just posted. And then my homework, and it just, I didn't have a lot of time, and I had a headache, and I had to drive like almost 40 minutes, like 45 minutes to get from where I was at class to home, and it was a lot. I was about to lose my fucking cool. I really was. And we did a bunch of stuff that like I've done 1,000 times, and so I'm like, I could have taught that part of the class. There's definitely some things I learned. Okay, so I'm not saying I knew everything. I don't. I legit learned some stuff. But for the purposes of like performing the task, I didn't need to know that information. There's a lot of the stuff for this that kind of falls, oh, that's too much, that falls in that category of it's okay for me to know, but it doesn't improve my execution, if that makes sense. It doesn't improve my elocution either. Oh, nerd. Fucking nerd. Yeah, and right now I don't know what's going on. My computer is frozen. And this has been like a thing lately. I think I'm gonna have to do something about that soon. I actually have plans to do something about it like in December. God's willing. Okay. But that's not right now. It's not right now. So anyway, yeah, things I don't need to deal with this. So because of all that, my phone was dying. I was tired. Somebody had french fries in class, so I wanted some. So I stopped and got french fries. And because it was late at night, and like everybody else was late at, was having this idea. Yeah, I'm trying to fix this. I want it just so, because I'm not making a bunch of these, I'm making just one, so it's not that it needs to be perfect, but it needs to be just so. And I'm having trouble, as you can see. I also was like in this unit that I really don't like belong in. Mostly because my temperament is not suited to this. Now the funny thing is, if you see me and you don't know me, right, and you don't talk to me, you just observe me like doing my job, you would think I was a natural. No. Okay, like seriously? No. Not even close. I don't like doing that. I'm capable. But if I was given a choice of, you could do this for the rest of your career, or you could never do it again, I'd be like, oh, that never sounds great. Let's do that. Yeah, it's really exhausting for me to be something I'm not. And unfortunately, this is required of me. Now, this is why I will tolerate this, because you would think, given my temperament, that I wouldn't ever tolerate that. That is true of like all life situations for me. Like I, my perspective and point of view is not built for the world that I live in, and so existing is hard. Okay, like it really is, and it doesn't matter what I do. Existing is going to be hard. There are things that are going to be harder than other things, but you know, you got to pick your battles, right? And one of the battles that I'm picking is I'm going to absolutely make a practical choice. Let's see if we can do like this. Okay. I'm going to make a practical choice when it comes to like career choices. Like, what's more important to me? Having this or having that? And so that's going to be a thing that happens. And like I said, it's not a choice that I like making. It's not. But it is a choice that I have to make. And I guess it's a little lesser of two evils kind of thing, sort of. And like I said, I don't have to love what I do, because I love this. And so like that, work-wise, that like necessity is being met. Okay. And so like we're good there. So if I don't love what I do during the daytime, as long as I have my nighttime, evening time, weekend time, other time, I'm good. Like I can do that. And that's really what it comes down to for me, is that I have these other avenues that allow me to fully be myself. And so what happens is, in those avenues, I'm very uncompromising for all the times that I don't have an option to do that. So that's fine. And now I don't know what's going on. My computer's like, hey. So, hopefully Mr. Owl is never going to see this, but I don't know. So we're going to tread carefully with these statements. So I don't know if y'all remember Mr. Owl. I don't know. Hey, Mr. Owl. I don't know if I've ever talked about him on my channel, but Mr. Owl and I at this point are friends. We've been friends for a while at this point. And this is if you ask me. I don't know how he feels. He feels about it. I haven't actually asked him. And this is the kind of conversation that I'd want to have with him in person, so I could like scrutinize his facial features and like body reactions to see like how truthful are you being with me, bro, guy. Anyway, Mr. L and I were talking like literally the other day, like a couple of days ago, and I don't really know how the subject got where it went, but I find out something about Mr. L I did not know. Now, I've known him for a couple of years now. At the outset of us talking, we talked a lot because he was like a potential like love interest, if you will. That sounds really weird saying that, but anyway. And long story short, timing, which is everything, right? Just consistently did not work out for him. Now, my thing with it is I understand exactly why. And I don't hold it against him. And I don't think he's a bad person. And I don't like him any less because of it. Is it inconvenient? Oh, hell yeah. like 100%. But also at the end of the day, like, shit happens. I understand why. So what ended up happening in the end is, well, this isn't working. So the options, I guess, we're just going to be friends, which is fine. That's fine. But I learned something about them that I totally didn't know. And I was like, I don't recall you ever saying this to me. And he's like, I didn't. I'm like, I would have remembered that because I would have told friends because it's an interesting little data point. And when I was talking to friend later, I tested the theory and I'm like, friend, did I tell you this? Like, did you know this information? And she was like, no, I didn't know this. I'm like, so I was right. He has never told me. Now, we may have gotten close to the subject by talking about other things. And so that might have been what he was thinking of. It was like, oh, like it would have been a natural assumption to think that we discussed a certain thing, given that we talked about this other thing that I know we did. But whatever. Anyway. So that was interesting. But more to the point, what it does is it solidifies him as like a good match, which is, hey, come here, over here. Sorry, I gotta get the dog to do something. Come here. No, over here. Lay down. No, lay down. I know you're sad. You're sad. She's such a baby, y'all. Like, she's mega baby. Mega baby? Anyway, it solidifies him as like a good match, a decent catch. No, I think he's a swell person. Good, get up there. Go on. Okay, whatever. I'm done having this conversation with the dog. It's not getting anywhere. But I don't want to get up, but she's like gonna make me get up. Bitch. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this chain, and then I'm gonna get up and move stuff so she can get to where she wants to get, because she's like walking back and forth and it's driving me bananas because I can tell that she's doing it, and my brain is like, I'm gonna hold on to this like detail and I'm not gonna let you think about anything else. I'm like, thanks. Anyway. What the hell? Whoa. Okay. And it's just funny. It's funny how things work out. So I've been thinking of this a while, and I was like, I talk to Mr. L about all kinds of stuff, right? Because we're friends. So, like, when we're officially friends, like, there's no conversation topic that's, like, off the table, right? Now, sometimes that gets amended where there's certain things that I don't talk to certain people about it because they can't fucking deal or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, he hears about all the, possible blows and has, like, this whole time, right? Like, because, whatever. Everything is fair game. Okay, well, she sat down, so now I don't have to get up. That's great. Her usual space is, like, occupied. And then, the bed is got stuff on it because I went on a Target raid. I needed to feel better after today's shenanigans. So, I bought stuff. I also needed stuff. And so I was like, well, since I'm fucking here anyway, might as well. So, I got some loot to share with the channel. Not this exact place. looking at this and it's like weird. But it occurs to me that he's probably, possibly weirded out, maybe slightly uncomfortable, that whoever else I'm talking to, thinking about talking to, would like to talk to, have any interest in, would come up in conversation. And let me just put this out here. There's no such thing as the friend zone. Okay, so don't even with that. Like, don't do it. Because what that implies is that because you like someone, they must like you back. Because you were nice to them, they owe you something. And sorry about that. They don't. And so what we're not going to do is make outlandish, ridiculous nonsense like that as statements. Because no. That said, I can totally understand that certain people don't want to talk about certain things. And I absolutely understand this from a personal context, because I kind of had this thing come up. Like, I was trying to be a good friend, but also, like, maintained an interest in somebody. And, like, they just weren't putting any effort into any of it. Like, they weren't, like, apparently they weren't interested and didn't want to say that. And so I'm thinking that all things are possible and they're not. And then, but I'm also trying to be a good friend, and, like, they can't even do that. And I'm like, okay, well, I could have just not wasted any of this effort. Got it. And that's what it felt like. It did absolutely feel like they legitimately were not even being a good friend. They were an okay friend for a little while, and then it dropped off sharply. And it's shitty, okay? Like, it really is. And I don't appreciate it, because, like, you don't have to be my friend, right? You don't owe me anything. You don't owe me explanations. But common decency and courtesy, totes still a thing. So anyway, it occurs to me, I'm like, oh, you know what? It would really suck if he's thinking that because we're having these conversations that I'm not interested, because that's not accurate. As far as I'm concerned, it's his turn in the fucking chess game. I've made my move. I've taken my hand off the piece. It's his turn. It's just been his turn for a while. It's fine. Like, whatever. I'm not worried about it. And, like, regardless of anything, we're still good friends. And, like, I would like that to, like, remain a thing, right? Because I think he's a cool person, and I like him, and I like talking to him, and I like that we're able to have, like, all kinds of interesting conversations, right? I think that's super fucking awesome, and it's very valuable to me, because apparently I have trouble finding people to talk to who can, like, handle my conversation, like, style, but also the nature of what I talk about. And, like, not be fucking weirded out to the point where they're like, okay, I gotta go. So, yeah. So anyway, I don't know. So I said, hey, so as a result, I've been thinking about this a lot. I was like, I probably need to say this, because I don't know what you're thinking, like, whoever you are, I don't know what you're thinking. And so the easiest thing for me to do to, like, avoid issues is to just, you know, state the obvious as per what I know, think, and feel, and then make sure that we're all on the same page. Because just because it's obvious to me doesn't mean it's obvious to you. You may be thinking something else. You may be thinking that because XYZ is being talked about, that that's me saying, hey, look, I'm not interested in you in that fashion. So I took the time. I said, I will, like, not go over how I said it. But I took the time and I was like, look, just so you are aware, this is not off the table. But also in general, I'd still like to just hang out because one should hang out with one's friends if one can, right? And so no matter what, I still want to hang out. Like as long as we're friends, I still want to hang out. And yeah. Even if that's all that this ever is, that's fine. That's totally fine. Because, like, a good, decent friend is absolutely worth having. But the funny thing is, I say this, and guys like, oh, yeah, no, same. And I was like, what? Like, what? Really? And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay then. Didn't see that coming. You know, did not. Nice, yeah. Now, here's where it gets complicated. So, I am on a dating moratorium, officially. I am not actually seeking to date with any kind of intention or meaningful action. Okay. Because of all the wonderful things he does. No. Because that hasn't worked out, and I've gotten to the point where I'm tired. When the whole Angel Bay thing happened, that was kind of my last straw. And I was like, you know what? I've tried. I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried, and it doesn't seem to matter, right? And fuck it. Like, I'm done. I'm over it. Things we're not going to do anymore for 200 Alex. That shit. Now, friend finally decided to jump on the bandwagon. Of course, you know, after I've already just, like, sworn off this whole kerfuffle that is it's a trash fire, really. That is me trying to date. Just fuck it. It's not worth it. So she started sending me profiles trying to, like, show me people, and I was like, you know I can't see these, right? And she's like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, I can't see these because I deleted my profile, which I think we talked about yesterday. So anyway, hold on, thinking. There we go. Blah 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 blah. Sorry, my brain's like stopping. I joined, and I think we've already been through this, but I joined, and I've just stayed there so that she can continue to, like, tell me things, ask me things, show me things, without having to, like, exchange, like, dozens of fucking screenshots between the two of us. Even though that would be, like, still really one-sided, because it would just be her showing me shit, but, like, what else? You know what I mean. And, obviously, because I exist and sometimes I'm bored, do I end up swiping? Yeah. Am I trying to make anything of it? No. I've even said as much to a couple of people. I'm like, I'm literally here for, like, moral support to my best friend. Like, so she can, like, get help. And because, like, I'll randomly be swiping and send her somebody, then I'm like, oh, she might like this guy. Because we live in geographically different areas. Like, we're in the same state, but she's in the mountains and I'm in the center of the state. Anyway. Yeah, right? So, you know, stuff. Okay, okay, that's fine. Um, so, like, I'm sorry, this is fucking hilarious. So I'm swiping, okay, because, you know, obviously I don't have anything better to fucking do. And we're calling him 2.0. We're calling him 2.0 for a specific reason. I'm not going to go into why because I'm not. But needless to say, the nickname has a meaning, like a very specific meaning. And it's actually not even, I don't think it's really that exciting. It's just, oh yeah, no, okay. I understand why you would do this. I'm like, yeah. Because I nickname everybody because it's more fun. Because then... So anyway. I wasn't sure about this person. Because... And I was talking to wife about this morning. Like, It wasn't this morning. I was talking to wife yesterday because my phone was dead today, right? So I was talking about wife to wife about this yesterday morning. Insofar of, you know, sorry, hold on, yawning. Oh my gosh. What I don't love is like clingy, like needy people to the tune of like you become worrisome. And that's because when you do that, just, you know, y'all on the internet can take this for what it's worth to you. Hold on. I had to cough. When you like freak out and like kind of come at people, one, it's not a good look, and two, for a lot of people it's too much. And take it from somebody who's in fact frequently too much. And it usually has like the opposite of the desired effect. Like you would like it to be appreciated, but it's not. It's like loathed. So anyway, yeah, just for what it's worth. You know what I really want? I really want a fucking burrito now. I just had this memory from watching The Good Place, and Maya Rudolph plays the judge. I don't even know what she's the judge of, but she's the judge. And she was talking about, like, fucking, and everything, a burrito. And she put this sauce on it that was like, oh, it tastes like this. And it's like, that's fucking hilarious. And I was like, you know, I really want a burrito right now. And it's like, do I really? And the answer is no, I don't. Now, do I want a burrito bowl? Oh, yes. No, always. But, you know, that's not what I said. I did think about Chipotle earlier, but I got stuff instead, and so I'm not allowed to go and get takeout. And I'm not going to pay for someone to bring it to me because I think that is the most ridiculous thing on the planet. Like, if you want to do that, if you need to do that, that's fine. I don't. And so I think it's ridiculous, for me personally to do it because I don't have a good enough reason in my brain to justify that action. So, anyway. Bado! What are you doing? Just being bad. That's what she's fucking doing. Throw burrito. I keep seeing that game. See, she was laying down, now she's got it up, but she's doing her, I'm gonna pace back and forth. I was over on the bench. It's Adelaide right now. I was over on the bench. So, where were we? Where were we? Good question. 2.0. 2.0 is cute. The 2.0, I feel, was freaking out a little bit. And like prematurely so. So here's the thing. The question that was asked of me was, okay, so like, are you interested in me? And here's my honest answer, and this is the answer I give to anybody who asks me this. I haven't made my mind up yet. Like, I don't make decisions about people without spending time with them. Like, I may decide absolutely that you are a creeper and you skeeve me out and I don't want to be anywhere near you, right? That is a decision that I can make actually very easily and with not a whole lot of preamble. Like, there's going to be some specific instances where that applies, and that's just, there's going to be like no contest with that. Like, oh yeah, no, we all saw this coming. But basically there was like, I don't know, there seemed to, it had this feeling of like franticness to like, I have to know. Like, oh my god, I'm not willing to wait or like, I have to know right now, I can't wait. And I totally understand not wanting to invest time in something or someone that is destined to fail. Or that isn't, like, you want to go this way and it's going this other way and that's not the way you want to go. And, like, you know that, and you could have just not gone on that just wild tangent. Like, I can totally understand not wanting to do that. 100%, right? Because nobody wants to waste their time. At the same time, I can't make a decision about whether I like you or not, like, even just as a human, without spending time with you. And invariably, I'm going to get to know you, and I'm going to learn things about you that I probably like and don't like, and then, we'll make the decision then. And there's like a point at which I will be like, okay, I've gathered enough information, I can make a decision. But that's not a static point across all humans. Like, it depends on what it is. Like, if you show me that you're a bigot, oh yeah, no, I don't need a whole lot of information. Just, I don't want to be around that. That's an easy, quick decision. But that's because that has got really specific consequences that I don't want to go through, right? And so it's totally reasonable and understandable for me to make a quick choice about that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm talking to wife while I'm texting back and forth, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my god, like, dude, chill. I don't know you. Like, you don't need to worry. Like, this is not the time to, like, worry. And I didn't bust his chops, and I didn't give him grief about it, and I didn't, like, lose my shit about it, even though, like, normally that stuff, like, really sets me off. Because I understood where he was coming from. Like, I got it. I understood. Like, if you've been hurt, if you've been burned, if you've tried and failed, and, like, somebody could have told you sooner, and they didn't, and so you end up being, like, burned because of something. No, 100%. I absolutely get why nobody wants to go through that. No question about that. At the same time, dude, this is like look, we just started talking. Like, chill. Now, tell me why I feel vaguely guilty that I'm talking to 2.0 and Mr. L. I mean, I know exactly why. It's because they both seemed like prospects, and I'm gonna have to choose because poly is not for me. Um, and so, yeah. And in choosing, there is a loss that's going to be experienced. Because the loss, like, Mr. Owl actually, like, is not going to be a loss because we're friends right now. And that's, quote unquote, all we are. Those were weird air quotes. But, you know, things can remain as they are and no repercussions are going to pop up. Does that make sense? But somebody who is not got that established relationship with me and possibly doesn't want to have it, that, I mean, that's a thing. And that's fine. Like, I'm not needing to have my cake and eat it too here. Like, I'm fine with making a choice. Oh, hey. Hi. Did you just... Okay, you just sent that. Sorry. My computer just, like, decided to do stuff. What do you think I'm talking about? My life. My trash fire of a life. You know. Anyway. I felt, like, vaguely guilty. Like, I felt bad. And I know why, and it's kind of ridiculous. But it's also kind of fun. Like, I'm laughing at myself. So Mr. Owl is somebody I have been speaking to, and we're friends. Like, boop. But at one point was pinching him to see if he was made of boyfriend material, that kind of thing. And it's not that I decided against that, just timing's just not working, which is fine, like, whatever. And I've, at this point, given up dating, so it doesn't matter. So, like, whatever. But it's all just funny, ironic. That's okay. This is not the first time this has happened before, where I've been, like, I felt, like, vaguely bad. But that, like, precludes me, like, owing somebody something, and that's not true. Yeah. Have you not paid attention to, like, anything I've said? I talk about my life very frequently. And dating has been something I've been trying to do for, like, years. At this point, I'm not. But, yeah. Nobody's making you sit here. Now, what's less interesting but traumatizing was the fact that I was 25 minutes late to work this morning. Yeah. Class fucked me up real bad last night. Yeah, I was freaking out. My phone died completely. Friend tried to call me, wife tried to call me, and friend was like, "Oh no, your phone's off." And I'm like, yeah, no, it died. Like, it died because I didn't charge it, not last night, but the night before. And then it didn't charge all the way during the day. And so, by the time I got out of class, fucking hate my finger sticks. Yeah, it had, like, less than 10%, less than 15% battery. Which is, hey, you need to fucking charge this. And I didn't. And I paid for it. So I woke up at 7:22 and I'm supposed to leave at 6:55. But I had to make all my drinks. So I had to make my... I don't care what you do. I'm still leaving in, like, 16 minutes, though. I don't fucking care. I don't care. I'm not stopping you. I am not the boss of you. So I don't care. So that was like a lot. And then I had an episode where my heart rate was consistently high to the point where I could not breathe and was in danger of passing out. And that was a bad time. Yeah, I try not to let that happen, but I guess we could argue that my heart condition is currently unmanaged. For reasons. Like, what else? I have plans to deal with it. Oh my god, what just happened here? Did I just do a weird thing? I totally did a weird thing. What in the world is going on here? I just made 2 chains. That's really strange. Stop it, Adelaide. That is really weird. No, did I? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I don't care what you do. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so no. Alright. Ooh, yeah. This is gonna be fun. I gotta take all this out. I lost track of what I was doing. I'm blaming you, Shadow. It's your fucking fault. Can't believe you did that. It's not nice. Now, let me just say, the evenness of these stitches is pretty damn good, though. I don't know how I zoned out while I was tatting and managed not to jack it up. Like, I was, if you watch the replay, you'll see me, like, having to fix every couple of stitches or every other stitch because I kept messing it up. But, yeah. Anyway. Then I get there, so I'm freaking out because I'm late. I call the person who's in charge of the place I was going to. I call my boss and I said, oh my god, everything has gone wrong today. I am coming. I am on my way. I am on the road. I am going to be at work, but I am going to be late. And I felt really bad because I hate being late. And I just don't like being late. I just really, really, really don't like being late. Anyway, I get there, and then, like, there's 2 other whole-ass people there. I gotta take this whole area out. And I did not need to rush. Like, me not being there didn't hurt anything, actually. Which sucks, because that's part of why I was stressing out. I was like, oh shit. Like, how busy is the place this morning? And what is me being so late, like, doing? I think this is the 2nd time this week I've been late, too. To be fair, I got 2 hours of sleep on Monday. That's why I was late on Monday. Because I was not doing great. And I had to deal with one of the people there is she's unpleasant, and not in the same way that I am, like, not in a funny way. She's unpleasant in a nobody wants to deal with you way. Like, why are you being such a bitch? Like, it's not entertaining. It's just you're being an asshole because you're mad. So, anyway. So, yeah. Then I got to go to somewhere else, and that was terrible. Go away then. See, I know what you're trying to do, and sorry to tell you, it's not gonna work. You were not gonna rope me into your situation. You know what? I'm not answering that question. one, because I don't have to, and two, because I don't have to. And three, if you don't, like, get it, I can't explain it to you. Whatever. Kind of fucking everything up today is what I'm doing. Jesus. Not even on purpose. Not that I ever try to mess stuff up, but I'm doing a good job today. Ow, and now my finger's getting caught. So, yeah. A bunch of stress and worry for no reason. Basically today, y'all, which sucked. Oh well. Nothing to do about it. Alright, we're almost to the point where I am able to fix this. I'm gonna have to go back 1, 2, 3. Okay. Need one more stitch there. Yeah, so what I did is I basically made a chain and started making another one for no apparent reason. Like, I don't know what was going on there. I need to email my boss, I think. There was a meeting and I was supposed to go and I didn't go because I think I talked about this yesterday, but it wasn't on purpose. Like, and the solution I had to like fix this was, oh, just join on your phone and like put the, join, turn your camera off, turn your, what do you call it? Turn your camera off, turn your mic off, and just listen. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Unfortunately, I can't access certain things on my phone for some reason. And this, like, one of the places that this is being held, I think, is one of those places. And I was like, well, damn. So I forgot all about that. I think that was part of the problem I was having. And because, I don't know, like if I'm in the middle of doing something at work, I don't have time to join even a virtual meeting, right? And I get it. You want me to be there. That's great. But you also want me to work. So like, which one am I doing? Anybody? Oh my gosh, what's going on here? My fingers are like sticking. I don't know what that's about. It's really annoying though. I don't like it. What is going on here? What is going on? Vic, I'm back. Oh, I don't know what happened here. I know my fingers are like sticking today really badly. I know it's the worst. Okay, so somehow I've knotted this in here. And that's not what we want to do. I don't know. Not what we do. I don't know. I'm not sure. You need to tell. What are you responding to, Shadow? I've lost my train of thought. I went in the tunnel. So if you would be so kind as to tell me. I don't know. So, okay. For demonstration purposes. You see those, like, these just bend. This one right here doesn't. And these two don't. I broke this one, so that's probably why that one's an asshole. But both my pinkies stick. Sticking is not the right word, but I think the common lay term is double jointed. Even though that's not, I don't think, like an accurate description of what's going on. Yeah. No. Yeah. But it's like getting stuck is what I mean. And obviously, I'm working with my hands. I need to be able to move things, and I can't, and it's frustrating because I'm having a really hard time, and I kind of want to throw things. It's not that. I don't know what it is. Like, that's not going to make a difference. I don't know why it happens, though. But it's inconvenient for somebody who works with their hands. Like, really inconvenient. I don't know what's going on here. This is a mess. Alright, so let's try to see what's going on. I haven't really been doing anything, though. Like, that is a very viable idea. But I did a little bit of this on Monday. But honestly, I really haven't been. And I'm not happy with that, by the way. Okay, what's going on here? But, such that it is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's a maybe you should see a doctor situation. That's what it is, really. But that's not an option right this second. So we're not going to worry about that as a... What is going on? Why is this like this? Okay, well, first of all, maybe that's part of the problem. Did I... Oh, you know what? I think I did. I think I pulled through the wrong thread. I had rice. I'm trying to go through my pantry and, like, empty it. So I grabbed some instant rice, a Pop-Tart, because I'm a child. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh, wow, this is a mess. I really cocked this up. Jesus. I don't even know, like, how. But I did. That's pretty much it. Okay, there we go. Fuck. Alright, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna finish this ring, and then I'm gonna go. Because my hands are now like, I hate you! Actually, we might take the ring all the way apart. And start it over. Yeah, we'll do that. Because there's something not going right about this. And that will fix it, actually. Because I'll just start the whole thing over. They might hate me. I don't know. Maybe they're tired of my shit. I don't know. I know my computer is. I'm tired of my shit. Jeez. Cheese and crackers. I mean, yeah. So, while I don't think my hands are strained, I, in general, am more stressed. Yeah. Oh, I went to the gym this evening. I went Monday. I'm gonna go Friday. No, shit, I'm not gonna go Friday. I'm not gonna go Friday unless I can go in the morning. Just good luck with that. So my legs hurt like a mother. Ugh, it's unpleasant. Yeah. I went anyway though. Because I knew I wasn't gonna feel better, like, mentally if I didn't go. Like, I was gonna be mad at myself. Because I could have gone. I don't know, honestly. Like, the whole pinky sticking, that's been, like, a lifelong thing. Like, even when I was a kid, it would happen. And it was annoying, but I wasn't doing this kind of stuff, like, a lot, like, to this level. as a kid, and so like it was just a minor annoyance and it didn't happen all the time. Now, and maybe it's because I do work with my hands more that I'm noticing it more. Maybe it would have happened this much as a kid too if I had been working with my hands. I don't know. Now, if I can, I might. It depends on. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I might be near somebody who can answer me questions about it and like tell me what's going on actually tomorrow, like offhandedly. So if I am, I'm totally gonna ask now. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm probably not gonna remember, and I don't know when. I don't know if I'm going to be in the same building, in the same area. I might actually not. I think actually I'm not going to do this ring, so I'm a fibber. I'm gonna stop at this because now my hands are starting to bother me, and I'm starting to get frustrated. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to take out this last double stitch. Don't start gloating now. Okay, it's not attractive. I'm gonna take out this last double stitch and just be done for the evening. Oh yeah, I think I worked the stitch on the wrong place, and that's what's happening here. Now I've got this, was it Pink Floyd song stuck in my head. I like the song, but it's just really weird. Because it just is. I think it's called Wish You Were Here. I have to tell Mr. Owl about it. I'm sure he'll get a kick out of it. Alright. Okay, is that there? So there we go. So, we made a little bit of progress. And that's just to show size comparisons. And that's for something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. This is the last time you're gonna see me this week. No, I'm gonna have class tomorrow and weekend. So yeah. I'm gonna be back Sunday though. But yeah. Remember, my schedule is reduced because I have class now. So anyway, Shadow, you have a good evening. Get some sleep. Because it's a good idea. Things I need to do. Also, I think I need to eat another food. More food. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and good night to everybody. I'm gonna go and, I don't know, do a thing. Toodles!